You've got good, good energy knocking at your door. You've got good, good energy. We can make it more. We can make it more. We can make it more. Good energy.
Because somebody chose to do that. So can I ask the volunteers and the riders who've been part of the 2008, 2009, or 2010 National Ride to stand and recognize the choice that you made, please.
A lot of these people, in 3 or 4 weeks of their lives, raised in excess of $25,000 each to make a difference. With any luck, the fundraising that happens this year, the first 3 years of that program will have generated $5 million for research. And again, every dollar goes to kids' cancer. We also chose to say, what can we do to bring this down to the grassroots level? Families who have a devastating impact financially because of kids' cancer. Oftentimes, one or both parents have to quit working because it's a 7/24 disease that takes, on average, 2 to 3 years, and oftentimes a lot longer than that. So we took the Inside Ride. It funds a variety of different programs, including financial assistance programs and support programs for kids' cancer. And now, with this incredible man here, Michael Sharp, this incredible lady over here, Lori, and Larry Altus over there. They go to high schools and universities and businesses, and this year they'll do 120 events for kids' cancer. Thank you.
And that's just the beginning. Our incredible partners, Investors Group, have been with us for 6 years in this program. If you're from Investors Group, can you please stand? Can you please stand?
They're just not a sponsor who writes a check. They're a sponsor who has riders and volunteers and commitment. They've done Inside Rides. They have 2 members of the national rider team, and we're going to ask them to speak tomorrow morning about that whole thing.
Behind us here, we'll talk about that a bit tomorrow. There's over 35 companies who chose to support us and support that model that we can give over 100% of our donations out. We'll talk about that tomorrow. So let me ask this. Everybody who's been here 3 years or more, please stand. Please stand. You've helped the foundation more than 3 years or more. Stand.
Keep standing. Those of you 2 years or more, keep standing. 3 years or more. And those of you who are here this year, please stand. Thank you. Here's what I want you to do. Here's what I want you to do. If you're committed to tell somebody else and spread the word, I want you to raise your hand. If you're committed to coming back next year, I want you to raise your other hand. Okay? Everybody clap and give yourselves a big round of applause. Thank you. Thank you.
Okay. Now, and I got choked up 2 years out of the last 4 introducing this lady. She's very special to me. She's not going to do it to me tonight. But Cindy, if you can come up here. This lady represents Camp Quality. She doesn't just represent the charity. She embodies who they stand for. It's a fantastic grassroots group who really think through and really care about the individual feelings of the family and of the child, and they have some very innovative programs.
Well, thank you once again. It's always great to come back and see old faces and welcome new faces. There's hugs that I get every year from the same people, and I just look so forward to getting those, and I look forward to meeting many of the new people. Camp Quality are actually finishing our camps today in Alberta and Manitoba. Our Ontario camps ran earlier in the summer, and we can't thank you enough. We are one of the organizations that rely on Tour for Kids for over 50% of our funding. When I started with Camp Quality 6 years ago, I came on as a director of one of the camps, and actually one of my first duties was meeting all of you in Markdale way back when. And we cooked breakfast in the camp kitchen and moved it over, and man, you look at this number today, I don't think we could be cooking breakfast for you tomorrow morning. But it certainly has grown, and again, I just can't tell you how much it means to us. Camp Quality is probably the smaller organization of the three camps. Myself and one other girl, we are the only employees of the camp, and we're proud to have about 750 volunteers run our programs. So not only every cent that you raise goes to all of the camps, every cent that comes to us goes to all of the programs. Over the last 3 years, we've started another program for our senior high campers, and I believe all three camps, in talking to them, are realizing the need for our older campers. At one of our meetings one day, we kind of realized we were all turning 20, 21, 22 for our anniversaries, and the question was asked, you know, why is that? Well, that was when the children started to survive. And isn't that a great thing? And now, over the last 2 or 3 years, our numbers are growing in our camps. Our kids are surviving, we're keeping them longer, which is wonderful, but what we're seeing are the needs of programs for the older children that are surviving. So we've started some teen camps. I know the other camps are looking at programs, and even for young adults. So we started our Camp New Heights. It's a leadership camp, and it's run over the May long weekend. And again, that camp continues to grow. We had about 65 kids at it this past year. And it's just such a meaningful weekend for them to get back with other survivors. Some are still on active treatment, but it has just made such a difference. They are going on to volunteer with Camp Quality, but more importantly, it's helping them in their everyday lives, and they become leaders in their communities. So we thank you for that. While the kids are at camp, or when they're at any of our programs, they're with kids that are going through the same thing. And that makes it easier for them, and that's what we have the camps for. So if they have a week when they can forget about their cancer, they can forget that they're a little bit different. However, at the end of camp week, or at the end of the family weekend, they have to go back to school. They have to go back to their regular lives, and that's what we want them to do. But sometimes that's not easy. We've created a puppet program at Camp Quality. We're now in the 4th year of this new program. We have 9 programs now across Ontario, and again, all run by volunteers. The group that I have with me tonight are from the Hearth Place Cancer Support Centre in Oshawa, a wonderful group of people. I was actually on breakfast television one morning about 4 years ago, and Sonia, their leader, their director, saw me that morning. I wasn't back to the office 1 minute, and she was on the phone. We want to start a program. And this great group are serving the Durham region area and have taken the puppet program right across that area. The program really helps the other kids in the school to understand what the child is going through. And so I am going to have them do the program. We have a primary program and a junior program. We're having the primary program tonight. It's for children in senior kindergarten up to grade 3. I hope you enjoy it. And then when it's over, we're all going to learn the Listen to Your Heart song. So I'm going to turn it over to Sonia.
You've got good, good energy knocking at your door. You've got good, good energy. We can make it more.